backcountry of New Zealand is a vast and unique space that provides many opportunities for outdoor adventure. The backcountry hut network is connected through thousands of kilometres of hiking trails, making them a significant aspect of New Zealand's backcountry. The network consists of around 950 huts and is a warm and dry space for its users. The problem with the current backcountry huts is the proneness to hazards. The Department of Conservation loses around one hut a year to hazards such as landslides and fires, on top of the huts being decommissioned. It is therefore appropriate that the safety and replacement strategies for these huts are analysed and a modular and safe hut design is constructed.
Over the course of the project, we've looked at 3 huts, these being Lake Howden Hut, Lake Dive Hut and Alpha Hut. Lake Howden Hut was located on the popular route burn track in Otago. In February 2020, the hut was hit by a landslide while 30 people slept. Luckily, no one was killed. However, the hut was badly damaged and it has since been decided that the hut will not be rebuilt. Lake Dive Hut was a popular hut located on the Around the Mountain Taranaki circuit. The hut slept 16 people at any one time. Unfortunately, in early 2020, the hut was fully destroyed by a fire and it has been decided that it will not be rebuilt for the foreseeable future. Alpha Hut was our last case study. Alpha Hut is located on the Tararua Ranges. The hut is located just below the bush line and is exposed to rough storm conditions for approximately 200 days a year. Over the last 5 years alone, 4 bodies have been found less than a kilometre from Alpha Hut. The removal of any of these huts will lead the tracks to be much more difficult and limit options for those new to tramping. The removal of any of these huts would be a great loss to the tramping community.
A design of the hut was created through both AutoCAD and Revit software. The model shown in figures 1, 2 and 3 is an 8-bunk hut that is a combination of 2 pods. The pod idea was formed to provide more flexibility around the design of the hut. Pods may be individually added or removed from the design depending on its required size. The hut itself is made from a timber framing and cladding with a coated corrugated iron roof. The structure of the hut will be stabilized through driven piles, giving the hut optimum structural integrity. The design may also be modified to be on stilts to restrict the risk of potential flooding. The pods were designed to provide a modular hut design that is both safe and easily constructible. This video shows a 360-degree view of the hut design. Key features such as the piles, decking, and other structural components can be observed during this walkthrough. There are many significant environmental factors that must be considered when forming a hut design. The key factors to consider are the waste, water, and biodiversity. When considering waste, methods such as cat holes and pit toilets are not suitable or sustainable. Survey data along with research was combined to form the composting toilet design in Figure 6. This design uses an aerobic process to compost the waste. The hut design also incorporates a sustainable water resource component that recycles rainwater for washing and other non-potable purposes. The water is collected through a gutter system before being filtered into a polyethylene tank and provided to the users. The construction and standard use of the huts can have catastrophic implications on biodiversity species. To ensure that there is minimal impact on the biodiversity, the original hut sites will be reused where possible. Each site of the huts will need to be assessed individually based on the numerous variables that can occur in the backcountry.
Huts regularly save the lives of people who get in trouble exploring the backcountry. Whether someone has been injured, the conditions have changed drastically, or the person was unprepared, if they are able to reach a hut, their chances of surviving in the backcountry is significantly increased. These huts provide shelter from New Zealand's extreme weather conditions such as snow, high winds and heavy rain. The huts provide warmth from fireplaces and insulation and have prevented many hypothermia deaths in the past. Top safety features that are going to be included in the new hut design is an easy to light fireplace and equipment to gather wood, fire suppression equipment, smoke and carbon monoxide alarms, decent insulation, either a personal locator beacon or a radio system, depending on where the hut is located, emergency survival kits. From our survey, it was determined that many people strongly believed that anyone exploring the backcountry should be fully self-reliant. This is a fair statement, however, even the most experienced people in the backcountry can often find themselves in danger. And if they are able to make it to a hut, their chances of survival is significantly increased. Another important aspect to consider is the safety of backcountry users if a hut was removed. Huts within 3 hours of the trailhead are usually at a much higher risk of vandalism than those deeper in the backcountry. Each of these huts have been looked at, and it's been determined that some of these huts are located in potentially dangerous areas and at points where it may not be safe enough to continue on at that time. Some hold historic significance, and a large majority provide awesome opportunities for new trampers and young families going on an overnight or weekend tramp. Removal of these huts could impact the tramping community, making tracks more dangerous and limiting the tracks unexperienced trampers can explore.